boys and girls, children of all ages. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out with me today. How are you guys doing? I hope everybody is striving and thriving and making the ends meet. You know what I'm saying, baby. Anyway, guys, thanks for stopping in. Before we get started, hit that like and subscribe button. And today, guys, we're talking about a movie that just dropped on Netflix from 2025, directed by Seiji Tanaka, Demon City. Guys, we all love a good revenge story, right? I mean, we all love John Wick. We love Ravenous. We love Law-Abiding Citizen. I love a movie where we just get to see the bad guy get it. You know, like we love seeing the bad guys get it. And this is one of those films. So I was looking through Netflix and I saw this. I said, man, that looks interesting. Because the description says, Hitman. Wife and child get terminated in front of him and he gets shot and put in a coma for 12 years. Hello? Isn't that Out for Justice or Marked to Kill or something like Steven Seagal premise? Okay. So he gets killed or he gets shot. He goes into a coma for 12 years. He wakes up and goes on his rampage. And this is what I like. You know, so this is like a, I think this is Japanese or Korean, one of the two. But it's got great fight choreography. It's got some gnarly cinematics when it comes to the fights. Some of the fights are just not necessarily intricate, but the devil's in the details. You know, like a knife here, a knife placed here, or a kick, you know, during a fluid motion. Like it's just the fight choreography is great. I loved that. I thought that was fantastic. The story itself it's kind of weird, but I really dug it because it was, so, you know, like I said, the guy gets, you know, his family gets terminated. He gets put in a coma. But there's also this like kind of urban legend about this demon in this city where this guy gets assassinated or whatever. And so this demon, now this is what I took from it, okay? So this demon is you know, he's basically a vegetable. Our main character, after he is put in a coma from the bullet wound. And all of a sudden, after 12 years, he basically just like snaps out of it. And he is like superhuman strength, agility, like, and so now they never specifically said his body was possessed by this, you know, urban demon that resides in this city, hence the title Demon City. But I thought that was kind of a cool little nuance that they added in there because they, like I said, they didn't specifically say, hey, he got possessed by this demon and that's why he's such a BA now. No, I think they just kind of left it up for us to infer, and I thought that was pretty good filmmaking in and of itself because not everything needs to be explained, especially when you tell the story visually in such a good way that you don't necessarily have to have words like, oh, yes, he was possessed by this demon so he could get his revenge. We didn't need all that, and they did that perfectly by just insinuating it with his fighting and with the things that he does. So I thought that was cool that they added a little supernatural element to that, to the revenge story. That was really cool in my opinion. And the guys he winds up going and fighting are like the Yakuza crime leaders of the city, the people he used to work for, and they all wear like Oni masks and stuff like that. So there's, you know, you never really see their faces, but when you do, you're like, oh man, that's the, you know, so-and-so from this part of town. And that, so it's like, you don't really, like he doesn't know who the guys are. I don't think. Or maybe he does. I can't remember, guys. It was a couple days ago that I watched it. But this is, like I said, great just combat film. It's a great kung fu movie, great martial arts film. The acting is decent, especially for, because I watched it dubbed, okay? And normally I don't like dubbed stuff. Normally when I'm watching something dubbed, I'm like, oh, look at those lips. They're like, I'm going to town. We're going to get a soda pop. You know? Like, I don't like that. And then most of the time they get these like anime voice actors to voice like serious characters in a live action drama. And you're like, dude, he does not sound like a 12-year-old kid when he's reciting these sweet, vengeful lines. He don't sound like that in real life. I guarantee you. So there's, you know, there's that in dubbed films. This didn't have that. This had really good dubbing. Their lips matched. It was very, very, very well done dubbings. And the voices were great. They sounded like a man's voice, not children trying to pretend to be people, to be adults. It was very, very well done. I liked the film overall. I thought it was an awesome martial arts film with plenty of like visceral action, man. And, you know, again, it was a decent It was a decent little ride. I started watching it at night, didn't finish it that night, got about halfway through and started it up the next morning. And it wasn't hard to follow. That's the main thing. Like some movies, you turn them off in the middle of the night, you're watching them, and when you wake up, you're like, where was I? Do I need to start this over? But no, I picked it up and I knew exactly where I was because it had me intrigued. It had me engaged. Because there's an emotional attachment there. Because as a parent, I don't want to see my wife and kids terminated in front of me. You know, like there's that, and they did it so well that it had that emotional gravitas. You know what I mean? His wife is like, don't do nothing to me. Don't do nothing to my daughter. Do it to me. And then, you know, they do it to her, and then her daughter tries to run, and they gun her. It's like, golly, they ain't holding nothing back. And I appreciated that because if you're going to do it all the way. My motto, don't half-ass it. If you're going to make a visceral, raw kung fu movie with graphic violence, make it graphic. Have them decapitations, have those dismemberments, have everything that would make it look real. And especially if you're going to have a guy that's allegedly possessed by a demon, he should be doing some heinous, heinous things. That's all I'm saying. Overall, I like Demon City. I thought it was good. I think if you give it a shot, you would probably like it as well. Think of Supernatural John Wick, but Chinese or Japanese. Think of that. That's what this movie is. But that's it for Demon City, guys. Thank you so much for hanging around and with me for a little bit and talking about this. And as always, I am going to keep making them as long as you keep watching them. Peace out, my friends. God bless you. Hit that like and subscribe button on the way out, and I will see you soon.